want every side to come together to attempt to take down the 100 side.
Man, they gotta
We want
understand,
all the
right?
smoke.
We go off the content.
Three, two, one. Hey there, welcome back to the channel where we keep it real. No capping. I'm your host, bringing you nothing but straight fire and authenticity. Today, we're diving into 12 rooms that I got to promote. The 100 ENT showroom, hosted by Big Wack100. The Beehive room. Love and R&B room, hosted by the queen of the 100 side, R&B. No room for the weak. No mercy room. Spin the block room. 100 ENT Jailbreak Squad room. 100 ENT Solve room. Petty Betty and Toxic Tanya room. Dangerous Minds room, hosted by Beast. Good Burger, hosted by Pitbull. Sleepless in LA, and many more. If you want to get closer or you want to be a part of the show, go to Clubhouse, follow one of these rooms, or you look for a room titled with Wack100. These particular videos all made possible by the one and only Wack100. Get ready to vibe with me as we explore the hardest topics that need some real recognition in the streets. Let's jump right into it and show some love to this channel by hitting the like and or subscribe button. So, without further ado, hold it down. One mic on Wack.
Cause the first thing got my attention was the muzzle blast. It didn't look real to me. Right? So I'm like, oh, this is some AI bull. I swear to God. I thought I didn't, cause I don't know either one of them to know,
Right.
I don't know either one. I'm like, oh, this is some AI. On the strip, somebody that made some bullshit.
And I get that. I even told you, if I didn't know him or them or know part of the situation, I'd probably be saying the same shit you said. It just happened that I know him
It's a
and
lot
me.
of shit there that I didn't forgot what they were saying, but I guess dude was teasing them, talking about he was with minors and shit. I didn't know that.
Man, it was no holds barred, man. I'm just telling you, it was a lot of shit done that ain't out there. Like let me tell you what another thing he did. And I'm not saying it was right for Finny to go back at him, but the dude put up an ad saying, I quit smoking and come get all these cigarettes from my house. And he put out Finny's address. Finny had two people show up. Hey, came for them cigarettes. Just shit like that. It just kept fueling it. They both kept fueling each other with different things they were doing. And it just got to that point. Finny was winning. Manny couldn't handle it at the end. You see what he did.
So Manny's YouTube channel, it ain't even up, or y'all got it stashed down.
He took it. I think he took it down because he don't want people going back and seeing all the shit he was doing. Because he's trying to act.
Don't stop nothing. That nigga YouTube gonna get that.
At the end of the day, they gonna be able to get all that stuff. And the girl archives. You know why they call her archives? Because
she probably keep it all.
She gets all that shit and archives it. I don't know how she does it. She must not have no life, but she records every live stream Manny has been doing, and she would take the pieces that they gonna talk about for that week. And I'm giving y'all a lot of information. I'm sure archives wouldn't want to know, but it's eventually gonna come out. Like, these two people are dead, so it's like I don't mind putting out this information because, like I said, I know Finny and I know the family. Yeah, Finny was slipping. Finny, the shit you was saying was it was correct. You know what I mean? But I still have compassion for the people that's left. I just don't. Coming from you with a big platform, that shit's just hurtful. And I'm not saying you shouldn't say the shit. I just wanted to say my piece. Like, he ain't, and I'm not a good speaker. I'm not at all. Just try to clear some shit up, man. It just seemed like it was going where Finny was bullying him and that was it. So the dude ain't gonna fight Finny. So he's gonna, he had to do what he had to do. It wasn't that way. It wasn't just that way. It was all of them, including me, was in that shit. We all had a hand in it. Manny easily could have walked away from that shit or got out of it if he wanted to. And that, I just it wasn't just Finny bullying him. It just wasn't, man. I don't know how else. Like I asked you, Wack, what would you have done if you just seen this dude pepper spray your wife when he didn't have to? He emptied the whole can, 2 cans on her, when security was already there.
He wouldn't have been breathing.
Nah, it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Dude didn't take nothing serious, bro.
No, I get that point. So, but like I say, everybody ain't built the same. Maybe he ain't built like that. Maybe he's fronting to be built like that on social media, but maybe he ain't built like that. I ain't been
But other
with
people,
him long enough to
other
see
people
him get
have been.
down with anybody or do anything. All I hear is what he says online and what we talk about. But I ain't, like I said, I'm not his long friend. I've been friends with him for maybe 2 years or 3. Got to know him and got to know his family. And it wasn't just about him, it was his family, because I don't have family out here in Phoenix. So I like to go hang out. They got the homely home, the mom's always there, the kids. I don't have none of that shit. It's just me and my wife. So, I got real cool with the family. It was a package deal. It wasn't just him. So, but if anybody got any questions, I mean, shit, I thought I've been keeping it to the truth, but it
So
ain't it ain't one sided.
you
Yeah, I got a
consider them
question.
family? So it was a family.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can imagine seeing that shit everywhere on video. What's it's doing to his son, his daughters, the mom, the father. Just it's like I said, I've never seen a room like that ever, and I don't ever want to see it again. I wish I wouldn't have went over there that Monday, but I just had to give them my condolences and just told them if they need anything, I'm here for them.
What you mean a room like what? At the house?
At the house, it was just somber, man. It was sad. I mean, it's supposed to be, but I've just never walked in a situation like that. Really, I've been to funerals, and but this was just, it was just bad. Everybody just crying. Daughter can't. I mean, you can imagine if something like that happened. I would hope you guys can imagine if something like that would happen to any of y'all.
So, bro, let me ask you. You said that a bunch of people had started off with Manny, and then it kind of had split. What happened there?
He got, and let me say he got real big, but in that community, not like nationwide. He didn't, it ain't like he had 1 million followers or subscribers. But in that little small community that was showing Vegas and stuff like that, he was the top dog. He was the top dog. And I think he just got the big head and he just started booting people out that was helping him in the beginning, helping him get to that point, just doing shady shit. Just little shit. I don't know if you know about mods. He had mods. He was getting rid of mods for no reasons. Just because if they went on another platform, YouTube, if you got caught talking on there, he would get rid of you. He didn't like you going to see, visiting any other YouTube pages and shit like that, participating in any other live streams. It's a lot. I mean, I could sit here and talk hours about the shit. It's a whole lot. He's not innocent
The thing
because
Were
that
Finny
you a
say,
mod?
the thing
go
that I'm
ahead.
confused about is like you say that's you're not you guys aren't that close. You know him. You tie with him, but you're speaking for that man,
With who?
and he.
Finny? About Finny?
I mean, no, yeah, from what I'm hearing.
No, you asked me a question. Um,
That
here's
that
my
was
thing.
me that asked you a question. I think
Oh,
he has
okay.
another
I'm
question.
not. I'm not
Yeah,
speaking for Finny. I'm speaking up for him.
Not too
From
much
what I
either.
know, I'm just saying
yeah,
we are
but
friends. We ain't best of friends. I'm not saying he has a best friend that he's been friends with since high
why
school.
don't you let
I,
them speak up?
because he didn't want to. I actually asked Zelly, you should go talk to Wack.
So you
I can
felt the
set it
need.
up for you. I wanted him to do that.
Copy. That's all, bro.
Hey,
Right.
were you a mod on Manny platform?
No, none of that. No, I wasn't into that stuff.
Where was y'all fallout?
We fell out. My brother had passed away, and I just totally because I used to be out in Vegas like twice a month, and I would hang out with Manny while I was out there. And sometimes, not the whole trip, but I would get on the stream one night if I'm out there for 4 days or something. But anyway, my brother had passed away, so I just disappeared for a minute, and I ended up going on another live stream in the chat. And I guess somebody seen me in there and sent him a screenshot. I gave him a super chat actually, and he took it as, "Yeah, I'm with the competition, this and that." This is what I'm learning later. But he had blocked me from his page and this and that, and I didn't know that until later. But somebody had told me that was a mod said, "Yeah, he blocked you." So I was like, "Dude, what's up, man? Like, what I do to you?" He was like, "Oh, somebody told me you was on another site talking about me," and I'm like, "Oh, my brother just passed away. The only page I was on was this, and I just didn't want to be on your shit because I didn't want to hear all the fake condolences and all that bullshit. I just kept it to myself." So anyway, we ended up meeting up. We talked, and it was all bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, dude, really? You ain't. After I told him my brother had passed away, there was no condolences. There was nothing. It was just all about him. And that's when I kind of realized, okay, he kind of just using me for my money because I used to super chat him a lot and all this other shit. So that's all it was about. And then he started kicking a bunch of people out that just started getting pissed, and we just kind of slowly fell out. But we wasn't like beefing and shit like that. But when I let one of the girls that he had kicked out, I let her start up basically a competing page with my website, with my YouTube page I wasn't using because it was COVID. My page was all about entertainment and concerts and shit. And, he took that as personal. Oh, now you're competing with me and blah, blah, blah. So that's where the whole tension, I wouldn't even say tension with me because I didn't really care, but he really guarded his YouTube page. He was living off of it, but he just didn't handle it right. That's all.
Can't say you
Okay.
didn't care. You paid attention.
D Ware. So just to be clear, other than the Mace altercation, was there another altercation where he got stabbed?
Where he got what?
Where he was stabbed?
No, not Manny. No.
Okay.
No,
Was
not
there?
No,
Manny. No, no,
I
no,
don't know
not
of any
Manny. The
altercation
other
where
brother.
Manny got
Not
stabbed.
not Manny. The other brother. The brother that
Who,
died. Was he
Finny?
stabbed? Yeah.
Finny?
No, Finny
Yeah.
didn't get stabbed. The only altercation was Manny walked up behind him and pushed him.
Oh, he pushed him,
Oh,
not
okay.
fight.
Yeah.
So he pushed him.
You said
Okay. So
poked him. I thought they meant
what was
stab
the
him.
mentality after that? Like, what was your mentality and his mentality on dealing with him after that?
Right,
My
from what you
mentality,
know.
I was talking to him the next day when I had seen it. Like, dude, like, you might want to either make a move, stop playing this game, or do something. Like, it was, my thing was like, either do fight the mother, just stop. You know what I mean? Stop doing this because what you're doing is working as far as pissing them off and causing them to lose money and getting back at him, however you want to call it. It's working. It's work. You got the motherfucker on his knees. But now he's getting desperate enough to prove to the people he got left or whatever that he ain't no punk. He ain't scared of Finny. He'll handle Finny. And now you done made it where he ain't got shit. It's like a mother ain't got nothing to lose. That's the worst person to be beefing with. And I always explain this to him and shit like that. And he ain't gonna fight you. So what's gonna happen? I'm thinking personally, I don't know what the purpose of the push was. I think he just kind of let me do something to show my people because he's live streaming. He's live streaming at this time. That's what he does. And Finney's live streaming at the same time, so you can see it on the live stream. I just think at that time, and this is just me thinking in my opinion, that he was just trying to show his people he wasn't no punk and he wasn't afraid of Finney. That's what I was thinking. Because before he did it, he said on his live stream something to that effect, like, oh, I'm gonna go see what's going on down here with my fan. He made a comment that if you know, you know. And
You noticed it? Did you do anything to try to make it not that?
the only thing I did was talk to Finny. I was already done with Manny. Like, it was no talking to him. We had talked before, and it was just, I wish people just could know him. The dude is such a narcissist. Um, it's crazy because let me just say this: you don't go from 1,000 people watching your live stream to damn near 100. That ain't just because of Finny. Finny started out with 50 people. He could crush Finny at any time or not let Finny even get going if he wanted to at that point. Because anytime Manny streamed, it sucked up that whole community. No, don't stream while he's streaming.
So,
But
bro,
he pissed off so many people that supported him, like so many. They left and they're mad with him. So now they go to the competition. They go over to Finny's channel. And Finny's channel was an open channel. He wasn't blocking nobody. You could say whatever you want to say. You could talk shit about him. He's not blocking you. In Manny's channel, if you said something he didn't like, he's blocking you. So that was like, when you guys don't know. So obviously you look at it as, let me let y'all go. I feel like I'm talking too much. Let me just pause in between.
No, I'm
But
listening.
No, you good.
I'm
We
listening.
listening.
Yeah,
We
okay,
here
I
I'm
to
kind of
we
feel
here
listening.
like I'm
to
Get your
rambling.
vibe.
nah,
get your
you
shit
good,
off.
you
Nah.
Yeah.
good.
Get to
Right.
pop your shit.
So
I'm
with
calm.
where was I at? Damn, I forgot my what was I leaving off at?
You was talking about the super chats and
Yeah, you were
detracted
saying
me.
you were saying Manny would block you if you said with Finny, let
Yeah,
you say anything you wanted to say.
he was real controlling. He started getting real controlling with everything. Like, um, if you didn't super chat him or if you wasn't a member, he would say, if you didn't sign up to be a member, he would say, if you're a member, you're not a supporter. He was real big on, if you didn't give him money, you, basically. And it showed. He did, and he would, one of the persons that really supported him was supposed to be his dog. Like, if I put together a video of all this shit, it would definitely it would tell a story of the decline of Manny, the rise of Finny, and the death of Finny, and why he, you know what I mean? It's just so much video that Archives has that just shows all the shit he has done to piss people off and make them go over to the enemy's page. His best friend, which he said on stream, they would die for each other if anybody with him, went over to Finny's page and became friends with Finny and started bashing Manny. Uh, you have like about 20 people that were real close to Manny that was at his wedding that are subscribed to Finny and hanging out with Finny now. I mean, Finny did damage. That channel, that platform, and letting those people say their experiences, and all bad, of course, with Manny on an open forum, it killed them. It killed them off. It's like, so now you got the regular people that's like, damn, if this person's saying this, and these were people that were really close to Manny, and they all left. Like, every single one of them left. He might have one that stuck with him from start to finish, maybe one.
Did you
And then you
stick
take
with
away
him?
go ahead, go ahead.
You said, did you stick with him? You notice how a couple people, I know you try to push away, but
Did I stick with Manny?
yeah.
No,
You
I
said
was
you
Okay,
gone.
did.
are
I
you
was gone before
serious?
Finney. I was
Yeah,
gone
cause
before Finney started his channel.
so for sure.
I had my own channel. We had started my channel going, and then I just let this female have it because I wasn't really into this shit. I wasn't into walking around streaming and that bullshit. And I just kind of got it going and just let her take over because she lived in Vegas and people just really wanted to see Vegas at the time. So I let her take over.
So what were your intentions on bringing Finny in? Was he just making a little move, making a little wave, and you brought him in, or
Right.
I
That's
never
what the
brought
question.
Finny in, so I'm just wondering
Or
where'd you
Manny.
get that from?
Or Manny.
I
No,
never
he
brought
didn't bring
Manny.
Manny in. I just
Okay.
well, I'm trying to figure out where the connection of you and Finny came in. That's
Right.
where I'm trying to
Okay.
understand.
The
Okay.
connection with me and Finny, I actually met him via Manny's live streams. So, like I said, he had everybody supporting him. So we all went out there for Halloween. I didn't know Finny. Me and my wife, and Halloween is big in Las Vegas. So we were all out there, and then on the Halloween night, we were all on his stream. Um, and it's fun. You know, we would the shit was fun with him. I ain't gonna lie. That was my wife said that was the funnest time she've ever had. I mean, she half naked in some outfit. You know, women how they do on Halloween. Julie, Manny's wife, they racing. I mean, I got video of all this shit. It's like they racing a 40, seeing who's the fastest. They drunk. Just it's just doing crazy shit. So we all had fun. And Bubbly, Finney's wife, she was, everybody was dancing in this one area. She danced, and so I got to. Finney was sitting off in the corner, and I met him then. And Wack calls him. What do you call him, Wack? You still in here? Uh,
No, he should
Probably
be
not.
back.
But
He should be.
anyway, I think he called him a goober or something.
Goofball, yeah.
I
Yeah,
forgot
he
what he
called
said,
him a
but
Goofy
goober.
guy,
He called
like
right,
him a
yeah,
goober.
yeah.
something
You
just
know,
by
you know
looking.
what's
And
going
at that
on.
time,
Yeah.
I didn't know him, and he was just kind of sitting over in the cut. And I was like, man, who is this goofy ass nigga sitting over here? I was thinking the same thing. I didn't know him, but we just gradually started running into each other. I found out he lived in Phoenix. Uh, he was a Cardinals. He said he remembered me playing for the Cardinals. I guess he was still in high school maybe or something, but he remembered me, and I had invited him to some of the alumni events, and we would go to the games together. He was into shit that I was into, like talking about football, and his channel was football.
So y'all
He
were
had
friends.
yeah, we became friends, but I'm saying we weren't. I
They
was
weren't
with Manny.
besties.
Yeah, we weren't besties. He had a bestie. I wasn't gonna overtake his bestie, but we was friends. I consider we was friends. Um, because I feel like if something happened to me, he would try to look out for my wife or something. So I consider that as a friend. Like it wouldn't be
I
like, oh, I don't know this nigga.
I gotta
More
ask you,
like an
brother. So
associate.
so so you're not clout chasing?
Me?
You
Nah, if I was, I would have just kept my own channel and kept that going. It's so much shit I could do, so much access I have. I would just keep running my channel. Like I wouldn't have gave the girl my channel, and she actually changed the name to Urban Nevada MV because it used to be called Urban AZ.
you ain't
Nah,
feel no way cause she did
uh,
that? You ain't feel no way
no, no,
about
no.
that?
I told her she should change it to her name because I didn't. On my page, it was all entertainment stuff like, Cat Williams. A video of Cat Williams had blew up. When I don't know if y'all remember, he was, Cat Williams used to do some wild shit, and me and Cat was friends at the time, and I had access, kind of like how Dion's son has had access to videotape all
Right,
the shit
Wait,
that
you and
right,
Cat
right,
fell
right.
out?
I had access like that with Cat.
I'm following you. Right.
Right.
You and
So
Cat
he
fell
was,
out, man?
Hold on,
huh?
hold on.
You and
I'm
Cat
following.
fell out?
Hold on.
Yeah, he started doing crazy shit, and it was kind of put me in jeopardy. Like we would be at after parties, or he would actually let me have the after parties when he went on tour, and it was just, man, you gonna get us shot at, dog. You ain't gotta fight everybody. And his security wasn't. They wasn't the type to de-escalate. They just went with what he said, and
Cat
it's
is
like,
a
man,
gangster.
like,
I
come
could get
on,
it. I
man,
get it.
like,
Like, hey, bro, we ain't finna trying to
Cat
fight for
is a
you every
gangster.
time. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it was just,
But
Shout out to
it got
Cat.
too crazy. It's like this ain't worth it for me, man. Like,
so
it,
after y'all, I mean, while y'all were like still locked in, and get back to the point. My fault, bro.
right?
It
What,
didn't
what,
matter
what,
if you and homie fell out.
where was I at? Where me
You
and
brought
Manny
up
fell out?
cat. You brought up
Oh,
cat, and you
oh
said,
yeah,
"Hey,
cat. Cat up for? Oh, the web page, the
right, the
YouTube.
web
It
page.
was
Yeah,
all
okay, for
about
sure.
entertainment.
Yep,
I
he
was
was blowing
I
up.
was a concert promoter before COVID hit me up. I'm glad it happened because I was doing it for 20 years straight right after football. So yeah. Uh, so she changed the page. I just told her don't get rid of the videos. But you could do whatever you need to do with the page because I wasn't
Right.
into that shit. I tried
So
streaming.
in this beef, would you say if you had to choose sides, you chose Finney's side?
It wasn't choosing
Mm.
sides because I was already done with Manny. Like I said, when
So you were a Finney is winning supporter?
I helped him, and I was the shit that Manny was doing. I didn't like Manny. You could say I hated him or whatever. I wanted to see him fail because he was doing shit to me
Hater.
because he thought I was he
What
thought
type
I
of
was
shit? What
the
type of
puppet
shit was he
master.
doing to you?
He thought I was a puppet master. Like
I
everything,
think
he
you was
thought
the
Finny was
puppet
a dummy.
master too. I'm gonna keep it 100 with
Go
you.
You
ahead.
trying to you good? Like, bro, you're intelligent. We're not taking that away from you. Come
I
on,
think you the
stand on
puppet master
stand
too,
on
man.
some of that shit.
Nah,
Stuff.
I'm
you
gonna
giving
keep
Like
me
it
too
you
100.
much credit though.
intelligent, bro. Stand on some of that
Hold
shit.
on,
Come
I'm
on.
not gonna stand on that because that's basically saying Finny didn't have a brain to do shit and these other people didn't.
That's see, but then you speak about it
Well,
in a certain sense of how. All right, well, bro, cause I'm
Get him,
listening to you
Kobe.
and I'm understand.
No,
I'm
I,
understand
I
what you're
I
saying.
had my input. I had my advice in different things.
hmm
But okay, let's say this. In the beginning on
Okay,
my on
okay,
my on my YouTube page, the Urban AZ, when I
hmm
left him, yes, I was the puppet master.
okay. So
Okay,
there you
but
go.
what
Good look.
Thank
All
you.
right,
but
all
Good
not
right.
shit,
with
Kobe.
not with Finney's page. Finney learned from me, what I was
You
doing with my
thought
page.
Finny learned from
So
you.
was
You
you the
thought Finny
mentor?
learned. Hold on. He
Go
thought
ahead.
Finny learned from him. So we got to put that into perspective as well, because unless Finny
Well,
said that,
hold on.
okay,
So with that being said, you said that you kind of washed your hands from it like the last 3 months,
Not
correct?
wash my hands from Finney. I would stop in on his page every now and then, maybe go on the panel and say a few things. But sometimes I said things like, "Man, y'all leave Julie alone out of this." I would want everybody to hear it. Like I didn't want to say that behind closed doors. I would want Julie to hear that. Like y'all picking on
right
Julie for no reason.
in your
I would
face,
say
yeah.
that shit. But you know what happened when I did that? The turned on me. But I didn't care.
Right.
But the chat turned on me. They don't like me. These really
But
don't
you
like me.
gotta stand on your 10 now. They gonna.
Nah,
So
I'm
so
just
you
saying
like on
it's
an
like I'm
island
not
in
going
this situation? Is that what you saying?
what? Say that again?
You like on an island in this situation because you said the
Oh,
chat wasn't
big
fucking
time.
with you. You not with Manny. Okay, all right.
I'm not Manny, but I'm kind of defending Julie. They didn't you could just
And
what
you
I didn't
fuck
like
with
about
Finny, so it's like you
There's
giving them
other
game on
people
the back
coming in
end,
part of it too. Okay, I got you. I'm following.
this
I'm
is
following you,
this
bro.
is why his people
like a
didn't like me.
coalition forming.
Here's why. I was the voice that would come in there and keep it real. So I was like, damn, y'all blame Manny for everything. I would want to come in there and say that. I'm like, at least keep
Okay,
it real. Don't
okay.
come in here and say shit just because you don't like them. Some of y'all coming in here, you just following everybody else. And I would ask them, like,
Type
what did
shit.
he
I
do
get
to you?
that.
I would ask people, what did he do to you? And they couldn't come up with shit. And then there's a girl who was tight with Manny. She came over and gave her spiel, and me and her got into it. Because I'm like, you made it seem like Manny raped you. I'm defending Manny because I like at least keep it real. And they whole chat they turned on me. Oh, there's
Wait,
your
because
Manny
she was
lover.
trying to come for the good part, and you try to call her out for the past little shit.
I had to call her out because she was
Oh,
bullshitting.
but she came right now, like at the point where you guys were speaking. She came and she was speaking positive about it.
No, she was banging on Manny. She was trying to tell
He
us
was the voice of
some.
reason.
If
oh, so
she
pretty
was
much
trying to
she.
tell us some shit like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, Manny tried to cheat on Julie, he tried to rape me, just all kind of shit. I wouldn't say
So,
she said rape, but let's just say it was
uh-huh.
like
Took
he
Why'd you have
tried
to
advantage
to
of
call?
everything.
Why'd you have to call her out though? What did
he
she
tried
say
to
for
get
you
with
to?
her
Okay,
because it was kind of like, come on, it was me. I
I'm
was like,
understanding.
come
I'm
on.
following. I'm following, bro. I'm following.
It
I'm
was kind
following.
of like you was just with Manny a week ago talking shit about Finny. Now you over here talking shit about Manny, and your story ain't even straight. And Finney's wife backed me up. She's like, "Yeah, you were just over there a couple weeks ago saying this, but now because Manny pissed you off, you got some big story to tell, and it was all butchered up. It wasn't like the way she came in there was like Manny cheated on his wife, trying to get with me late night. And then when she told the story, I was like, wait a minute, there's
But
no facts in here. There's just
so
speculation.
you call
Like
her out
But were
I
you
And
not? Were
did
you
because
not?
that's when they
I
turned
don't.
the, that's when they turned on you.
That's when no, that's when the chat turned on me because you got to remember
Mm-hmm.
everybody in there is kind of the
Is somebody
doesn't
recording? It
doesn't
sounds like
like
an
Manny.
echo. Oh, okay, okay.
The house. Got a house.
The
Big hallway.
purpose of
You
the
good, Kobe?
page
You good?
is to talk about. I feel like I'm saying too much. Is
No, you
to
good. It's 100
No,
side.
you're
We keep the shit
clearing the shit
100.
up. You're
you know
clearing
what
the
I'm
shit
saying?
up, bro.
The purpose. Everybody came over there because they didn't like Manny, basically, and a lot of people just jumped on the bandwagon. Also, like they really had no reason not to like him. He never did anything to them, but they just seen what he was doing to other people. So, hey, you know what I mean?
But were you
Uh,
not pushing things to Finny because you didn't like Manny?
when he started attacking my son and my wife,
Mm.
I
Yeah,
got
you didn't
down.
get to what he did to you.
How did it get to that though? How did he get
Hold on,
to?
Kobe.
Oh,
Kobe,
He
hold
got
on.
he
Okay, you
got
guys,
Let him
Okay,
start at
put
the
it this
one
way.
beginning.
mic. It's one mic, you guys. Is gonna be overwhelming for him. Let him answer one question at a
Yeah, let
time.
him start at the beginning.
So we're gonna
So
start with Big Blue.
I'm supposedly the guy with all the money in the brains. That's what I am. That's what they think.
puppet
D
master.
Ware got money. D
Copy.
Ooh.
Ware got brains. D Ware got he got money to fund all these pages and super chat them and this and that. That's in this little section, this world. That's what they think. Okay, whatever. I don't know where y'all getting this from because I'm an ex-football player. I mean, I got money. You know what I mean? It's a
Right,
lot
right.
of
I
them.
got you. I got you.
It's a lot of them that's broke. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was. You know, I got a little bit, but I ain't. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, um,
Is he
so I
low
was
key
the
not a
guy.
They
I
okay?
think
thought
they
that you
just
were the
wanted
guy.
somebody to blame. Personally, I think Manny and anybody that was against me really wanted somebody to blame. They didn't want to give Finny his credit for coming up with some stuff or this or that. Um, so I just think I became that guy because I would get like texts and just that. Like, damn, what the I do now? Like, and I wouldn't really be doing shit. You know what I mean? And I would get
So,
blamed for
I mean,
everything.
okay,
what
so
did
let's pause
Manny
it right
do?
there. Let's
Go
pause
ahead.
right there. So that was the first question for Blue. Now, Kobe did ask was asking the question, but is that the same question, Kobe, that you were what
No,
he
he's
just
getting
answered?
into it because
Okay, no, I just want to
Blue
make sure.
asked
Yeah,
the
he
start
Yeah, I
going
just
question.
want to
right.
make
He
He
going
sure.
right.
getting
Let
Yeah.
him
He,
let
he
him
doing
talk.
all
He
right. He
good.
doing
No,
all
no,
right.
no.
Let
I
I
him
just want
finish.
to
appreciate.
make sure.
Oh,
I just want to
following
make sure you
along,
got.
copy because we
Yeah.
don't because we're letting you get your shit off, bro. We don't
Yeah.
want to
That's
make you
why.
feel
Yeah. I
like
just
Bro,
want to
don't
make
whatever.
sure.
overtalk him. Let him talk, bro. Kobe, let
Yeah.
him talk.
For
He
sure.
not used to Clubhouse. Ask the
Yeah.
question, let him answer, bro. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Copy.
But we
So,
appreciate you. Thank you.
and trust me, I'm not doing this because Manny killed two people. I'm being real about Manny. There's 500 motherfuckers that come say the same thing. Like Manny was not a good person. Um, he was in the beginning, and he changed. I think he let this whole when he started making probably 2 grand a weekend or something that changed him. He felt the power, and he Manny's backstory. He was a rapper at first, so he was a failed rapper, but he wanted that life. He wanted that celebrity life, and he had it for a minute with his stream as far as in that community. He was a superstar. You know what I'm saying? So he was feeling himself. And, Finny took all that away from him. But you guys were talking about I'm getting ahead of myself, but what was the question that I was on about with me and Manny?
What
What
did Manny do to you?
so I could name a few things. So let's just go. Let me see what's the first thing he did. The first thing he did was when I started the Urban AZ channel and we got some traction and we took some of his people, but we didn't do it like we didn't talk about him or anything. We didn't do it that way. We just did it with the content. I was Sarah was live streaming and we would have a team. So it's hard for one person to beat a team. We would live stream out in LA with a girl that was a part of the team. A guy named Rita was a part of the team. Anytime I would go on vacation or something, I would get content of the hotels or just shit that people thought was cool. I would take them to a NFL game or one of my NFL PA meetings. Like Shannon Sharp showed up there. It's different shit. We had a variety of shit. So he didn't like that. Like it was taking people away from him. And shit, that's what I wanted to do. Whatever. I didn't care, but I didn't do it in a way. I did it clean. But he started, feeling it, and then he started talking shit. He went on one of his lives talking shit about my passed away brother, talking about he died from AIDS, just talking crazy. I'm like, what the like, okay. So, I started talking back on my page, on my saying shit like, dude, like, what's this about? You want him? You ain't gonna. I mean, you ain't gonna meet up with me and this and that. And one time I seen him out streaming, and I tried to walk up on him and actually talk to him, and he immediately ran. I guess I'm not trying to be a violent person, especially not with nobody small, because they gonna pull out a weapon, and I ain't working with all that shit. I'm too old for that. So anyway, let's just keep the little shits going on for about 6 months. Just little shit back and forth, nothing serious, just little nitpick shit. Because
Just trolling and shit.
other people started branching off and doing their own thing too. So he's getting into it with other streamers and different shit. So here's what kind of set off me to really say something. We had another guy named Jose, Mexican guy, ain't gonna fight, ain't gonna do nothing. They were in Vegas on Fremont. It was like, it's just him, so, and the girl, they're not gonna fight. Like, come on. And I got pissed off with that. I'm like, dude, you don't do that shit when I'm out there. Like, come on, man, you gonna wait till you catch them? I just thought that was some pussy shit. So I got on and was like, dog, like, we need to talk. We need to see each other. I'm not coming. If I walk up on you, I'm not coming on you threatening, but we need to kill this, because you're not going to bully my people like that. You know what I mean? I got their back, blah, 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 blah. But not in a threatening way, just real clean with it. And so finally, I talked to some of his boys, which is on film, and I was saying, like, yo, we need to squash this, man. This shit is getting silly. Guy's name is Eddie. Cool. He was cool at the time, security dude or one of Manny's boys that would handle business, put it this way. Because you gotta remember, Manny was making money at this time, so he could pay some people to, be around him and watch his back and shit. And I got in a conversation with him, and we seen eye to eye. He was like, yeah, I talked to him, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Manny didn't listen. It just kept kind of escalating. And then finally one day I was out there with them, and out of the blue, Manny walked up to me and said, can he talk to me? I was like, yeah, what's up? And we talked. And long story short, the shit that we had going on, we squashed it. But I told him it wasn't really beef, man. I don't have a beef with you. We can't. If I had a beef, you wouldn't be live streaming. None of us would, because we could find each other at any point in time. Like, I don't understand why y'all saying beef. Use another word. That ain't no real beef, because you're a streamer, and I was helping stream at the time. So I'm not gonna beef with nobody that knows where I'm at any given point in time. That don't make sense. But anyway, we squashed the beef. Like, we was done. Him and my people out there dancing, got video, all that shit. So it came back. Now, we wasn't like hanging out or nothing like that. We just did each other. You know what I mean? We left it alone. He did his thing. We did our thing. Other streamers started coming along, doing their thing. So he really had problems with other people doing their shit because they had left his channel. Mouth is getting dry. So it came.
Yeah, love. This shit finna go crazy. This shit finna go crazy.